Welcome to today's analysis of the news. Well, the Pope is going to Israel in May, and he's going to be escorted around the country by the President of Israel, Shimon Peres. Here's an interesting article from the internet, which says that a friend of Shimon Peres, the French intellectual Marek Halter, claimed that in May of 1993, he delivered a letter from Peres to the Pope. Within, Peres promises to internationalize Jerusalem, granting the United Nations political control of the old city and the Vatican hegemony of the holy sites within. The UN would give the PLO a capital within its new territory, and East Jerusalem would become a kind of free trade zone of world diplomacy. Now, Halter's claim was backed by the Italian newspaper La Stampa. And, according to this article, it was included in the secret clauses of the Declaration of Principles signed in Washington in September of 1993. Well, now we learned that this declaration that was signed in September of 1993 had secret clauses in it, which the public was not ever allowed to know. So the Pope is coming to Israel in May, and he will be escorted by the man who promised to give away the sacred city. Isn't that amazing? How many Christians do we have in America? The poll was made recently. It was asked this. People were asked this question: is religion an important part of your daily life? Well, I want you to listen to the figures. In Mississippi, 85% of the people said yes. Alabama, 82%. South Carolina, 80%. Tennessee, 79%. Louisiana, 78%. Now, can you imagine what's going to happen to America when the rapture comes? There won't be a whole lot of people left. Now, we do have 4 states that were under 50%. Massachusetts had 48%. No wonder they've been electing strange people to go to Washington, D.C. and doing strange things with our Constitution in their Supreme Court. Maine only had 48%, New Hampshire 46%, and Vermont 42%. Not even a majority of people claimed to know anything about the Bible or the Lord. You know, these states were a part of the original 13 colonies. You would think that there would be more Christians in those states, but they can't even muster a majority. How sad. Well, on a personal note, sometime this week I'm going to hear from the hospital to come down and get my first radiation treatment. It's a new machine. Well, it's about 5 years old. That is, this type of radiation therapy has been out for about 5 years. Not long enough for them to really determine how effective it is, because they don't have enough history on their patients. All they can tell me is they've got patients with that had cancer that are cancer-free now for 5 years. Well, that's as long as the thing's been out. So that's a good sign to me. It's kind of like another manufacturer's CyberKnife. This is called Stereotactic, and they focus in very closely on the tumors and zap them from several different directions. Thus, it's called stereo or 3D type of zapping of these tumors, and so that the tumor itself gets the accumulated effect of the X-rays. And they say it's as good as having them cut out when you cut into you and pull out and chop off the tumors. And this is as good without the side effects. I'm anxious to get started on it. I'm praying that the Lord will give us a 100% rate this time. You know, back in August, on August 4th, when the radio frequency ablation was done, The doctor, unfortunately, was not able to see all of the cancers, and he missed a little bit. Well, this one is going in to take the rest of it out. It's not that it grew back, it's just that it is part of what was originally there that needs to be taken out. So, I feel good. I thank you for your prayers, and let's just pray together that this time they get it all. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow with our analysis of the news.